it's still saying Sea of Thieves. Why? Why does it keep auto, like, going to Sea of Thieves? I don't get it. Okay, now it's saying Scarlet Hollow. Is it Scarlet Hollow or Sea of Thieves? I can't stand Twitch. This is why I can't do Twitch anymore. Why does it say Sea of Thieves? I have it set to Scarlet Hollow. It is literally set to Scarlet Hollow. Hello. I have to check Twitch on my browser because on my app it keeps saying fucking Sea of Thieves. Channel. Okay. Does it say Scarlet Hollow? Yes, it does say Scarlet Hollow now on the stream. Cool. And then if I go back... Content, video processor. And it fucking... I can't stand Twitch. I can't stand it. Because now it's saying... This one broadcasting, and also the old one, it's saying that it was Scarlet Hollow, number 5. Also, last streams, for some reason, was saying number 5 as well, even though it was supposed to be 6. And now this one is saying, because it started off without... Oh my god, I can't stand Twitch. I can't fucking stand Twitch. My god. The actual... How terrible Twitch is with the fact that it just keeps fucking doing this every single stream makes me so mad. Alright, let me get the game open. I also had an issue yesterday where it didn't, and why am I not hearing this either? Oh my god. Why can't I ever start a stream and it just, like, starts well? Mechanics. Beep. Why don't I hear the beep when there's a message? Oh, I can't stand it. Alright, is the game gonna open? Hello? It says it's running, but it's not opening. Oh, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Refresher. Properties. Okay. Is my chat even like... Okay. Yeah, it is working. Cool. Alright, we are back. We are on episode 4 of Scarlet Hollow. And we just got done with our tea reading with Sybil. And she's telling me that there is a metaphorical cat, or like someone who is close to me, but I shouldn't be trusting. And she feels like that person is gonna betray me in some way. I started taking it seriously. Well, no, I'm thinking it might be Tabitha because of how crazy she gets around us sometimes. And also with the fact that her family bloodline has like been the cause of all this chaos. But I was also thinking like an actual cat, because we have Pixel. And for some reason, Pixel was able to get out of the haunted library alive, which is a little weird. And then right away, she was attacked by a ditchling, which is also a little, I mean, unless like, we know the ditchlings kind of like leave eggs in the animals, which the ditchling could have been doing that. But also, it could be hinting to Pixel being the cat that they're talking about. Anyway, I don't know how much I believe that one right now, but it is funny to think about if Pixel is the weird thing that's gonna betray me. But they said it was someone close to me and someone who might be family, and all I can think about is Tabitha, but the game might be, you know, wanting us to think that it's Tabitha. Also, right now, we were supposed to be finding Stella. She's missing. We don't know where she went after she ran off the night before, and she didn't look well for some reason. And now she's missing, and me, Kanika, and Avery all went to look for her today. And then, for some reason, everyone just kind of dropped it. Like, Kanika was just fine with, like, going back to her room without finding Stella. And then Avery was like, oh, well, I'll just get back to the diner without finding Stella. And I'm like, what do you guys mean? Okay, for some reason this isn't working. Okay. I think it should be working now, hopefully. Let me test that, because I'm seeing chats going through. Okay. Now it should go. Now YouTube chat should be showing up on chat. That's weird. Me also going back to your... Are you referring to, like, going back to your room? Because, yes, it is you. I know this person in chat, by the way. I'm not just talking to a random person like that. Yes. Yeah, I knew that's what you were talking about. But, so, like, basically, all of my friends kind of, like, just dropped finding Stella, which is worrying. And, like, even I had moments, and I had moments where I just kind of, like, thought it was unimportant to find Stella right now. And then I had this moment in the last episode where we literally were like, wait, why are we thinking like that? Of course we need to find Stella, which was weird. And I'm thinking like maybe Stella's gone missing and now everyone's forgetting about her somehow. So I'm a little worried. So let's go try and convince Kanika to come back out, you know? You're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. You're not... knock. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Danny, what's up? I guess there's no more options about Stella. I mean, we are kind of guessing that Stella is at the clinic. I'm hoping. So I hope if we go to the clinic, we'll find Stella. Stella needs help? Yes, Stella needs help. She's missing and I don't know where she is. Sorry, Danny. My mom was right. I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't push it or I'll wind up worse off tomorrow. It looks like you're on your own. Wow. Okay. Okay. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. You can see the hill Sybil was talking about, wrapped around the back of the old hospital, like a stone blanket. It should take you directly up to the second floor and the unlocked doors of the terrace. What a friend. I know. I mean, no, Kanika has been saying she's been feeling sick, but also, I don't know if it's like sick as in is it just a cold? Because, I mean, I'm also, I think I would still go outside and like, even if I had a cold, to find my missing friend. Oh, okay, let me analyze the background here. Ditchlings all around here, which is funny because it's weird that they're all over on this side. Ditchling down here, ditchling over here, we got a raccoon here, ditchling here, and then Wayne's over here. Everywhere we go, Wayne seems to be following and watching, which is weird. And we still don't know anything about him other than he dated Tabitha, apparently. He went missing and was, I think, in a very bad accident, and everyone thought he was dead. And I still think he's a ghost that's been following us. And then he also, for some reason, mentioned Stella and how he needs to go have a talk with her because I've been talking to Stella or something. It was weird. And that might also make me think that maybe Stella is the one who's the cat, quote unquote, and she's like betraying us in some way. But I don't know. He took her? Maybe. Maybe he took her. Maybe you're right about that. But then, I don't know. Okay. Just going through the clinic door, no one will see you? How? Why is that a mystical option? What do you mean no one will see me? So I have traits in this game. I have Keen Eye and I have Mystical. And Mystical has been this thing that's kind of, drawn me to certain things and, like, told me certain things that, like, help me further out through the game. So, like, it's very spiritual. So, like, if there's a ghost somewhere, it'd be like, I can sense this here. Like, something's waiting for us and all that. So it's weird that this is the option for Mystical of just go through the clinic door, no one will see you, which is weird because I feel like that would just get me caught. But I also want to try it a little bit. So, sure. You found at times that if you haven't wished to be seen, oh my god, I really do have some fucking weird powers. I'm like a witch. Because Mystical is also like it gives me like the sense of danger, but then there's also been times where like Mystical has like been a weird power. So I guess if I just wish it, I won't be seen. There's been nothing stopping you from remaining hidden. Graveyards, abandoned buildings, old tunnels. You've been in all sorts of strange and unusual places without incident. For some reason tonight, Dr. Kelly's clinic feels no different. Maybe you are a ghost. I've been saying, because ever since I came to this town, I mean, they were saying that some stuff was happening before I came to the town, but ever since I came to this town, I feel like I've been causing a lot of this shit going on, or something. And I'm like related to the family that's been cursed. Like, this is called Scarlet Hollow, and there's like the Scarlet family line, and I'm a Scarlet. So I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Alright, apparently if I just wish it, I can just walk in like I'm invisible. You haphazardly make your way up to the old wooden stairs of the clinic's wraparound porch, taking steps in strange patterns. To an outside observer, you might appear to be drunk, but there's an unconscious method to your conscious madness, though even you would be hard-pressed to describe it. But there's no creak or moan of ancient wood as you make your way to the door. Silence. So taking steps in strange patterns. Does that help with not being seen? Like, I'm so confused about that. You push the door open slowly and slip in. Oh, hi, Dr. Kelly. I'm not here, apparently. You can see the doc at the desk in some room down the hall. She hasn't noticed you. You shut the door silently, watching her closely. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. Why did you just say that again with quotes? What? I'm so confused. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here, and you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. Even caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Oh, no. Oh, fucking Reese is down. What am I saying? What have I said? The morgue. Why do they have a morgue in the clinic? I mean, I get it's the clinic, but why is the morgue right underneath? Also, yeah, that's gonna cause a haunting to have you living right on a morgue. Also, Reese is in here. So Reese here has been sick, and he's been getting sicker, and his mom has been keeping him in the house. And I theorize that keeping him in the house is what's making him sick. And either his mother knows that, or his mother doesn't know that. Run, run! No, we gotta figure it out. Is he dead? Why are they conducting, like, his treatment down here? Oh, Danny, what are you doing in the morgue? What are you doing in the morgue? On the, fucking bombing table. Flirt. Hi. Vampire! You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. Oh my god, you died and she Frankensteined you back to life. She killed you. What are you doing in the morgue? What are you doing in the morgue? I'm sure it looks weird. It's not like I expected anyone to come down here. I was just, you know, practicing a rehearsal, if you will. Practicing for what? Rehearse, you say? Good one. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pool. I love how Reese is just calm that we just fucking snuck into his house. You know? You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. Practicing being dead? For real? Why are you rehearsing? Rehearsing for what? Just dying on the fucking morgue table? You kind of looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Make him understand? Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't... Also, there's like these carvings underneath these buildings around town, and they're all telling the story of how the Scarlets kind of fucked over people in the town. So the first carving we found was in the mines, and it was about how the mines collapsed on all these children, these miners, as you will. And basically the Scarlets set up the Shaw family that owned the mines, and they basically sent bad wood, and the wood collapsed in the mines while they were working. And so that happened, and the carving pretty much told us that story. And then the second carving was in the library, and it told us about how the son of Charles Shaw was fucked over by the Scarlets because my great-grandmother basically killed him after, like, he wanted to start a family, and he found the carving, basically. And they were gonna read the spell to, like, unbind and, like, leave the city, leave the town together. And just needed to say this, like, spell or something, and they could break the bond, and they could leave the town. And she ended up killing him before he could do it for some reason. And now this one, we're gonna see what this one's about. And you're a Scarlet? Yeah. Like, my family line apparently is fucked up. I came to this town because my aunt died, and I'm supposed to be here for a funeral. And I met up with my cousin Tabitha. Tabitha is also a bitch of a Scarlet, so... like, Tabitha now runs the mine, and she's just terrible. I mean, you can tell she doesn't want to do it, but all this responsibility has just been thrown on her because she's the last Scarlet, besides me, but I don't live in Scarlet Hollow. So, yeah. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labeled Purlane Scarlet. The mines had a stone carving the other night, as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but... if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of your hair. Should take 2 seconds. You should have just sent a sympathy card for real. There was no... because I didn't even know my aunt. I don't even know my cousin. So, like, I really should have just been like, sorry for your loss, here you go, and just not shown up. Because since I've been here, it's been fucking crazy. Yes, please, axe now. Yes, I will destroy the wall. That sounds a little... yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time, it's true anyway. Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Wow, manipulating her using your illness. Classy. Exactly. I mean, technically, I also think, because there was a time we had dinner at his house with his mother, and his mother just, like, was just, like, pills, and, like, just, like, demanded he take them right in front of us. And, like, and then, like, they had me, like, out of the options to say, one of the options was, like, a Gypsy Rose thing where, like, oh, I saw a show or something about, like, the mother was just poisoning her daughter the whole time and said that she was just sick. And I was like, that's another, like, that just gave me another theory that might be going on here, that she's just poisoning him. But I think I'm kind of, like, over that theory because it seems like she does really care about him. But, like, she's also, like, isolating him from leaving the fucking house. Exactly. Thanks for understanding. Don't mention it. If there's anything I can do to actually be useful, I'm happy to help. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic, oh my god, pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Bad mom. I mean, yeah, I get that she's just probably really, really worried about him because they don't know, they, like, tried everything to fix this illness he's had, but it just won't go away. So she thinks, like, any, like, exposure to outside now might make him worse and actually kill him. but also it's to the point where she won't let him leave or even have friends come in. Like, she was even mad that we wanted to come over for dinner. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Poison ain't gonna help. Yeah. Like I said, I kind of dropped that theory because I don't, like here, she's actually worried about him, and, like, she actually, like, even, like, just the thought of, like, oh, you want juice? I'll go get you juice. Don't worry. Like, that makes me think that maybe, you know, it's just, like, she actually does care, I think. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked. The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Yeah, he's probably excited to do something, like, crazy after being locked up in here. I mean, this is, like, crazy, but also, we've also been telling him all the stuff that's been happening since, you know, everything started happening, but he's kind of just been kind of stuck here and hasn't been able to, like, experience any of it, so he's probably excited. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. Yeah, she's maybe a good one. Maybe. Maybe. There still might be a chance. A chance. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious where it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. But now you are there and he is bringing an axe. It's fine. Everything's fine. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. Something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. Let me just save that real quick and then read those files. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Edwardians. This is my great-grandmother. Born April 9th, 1913, died February 12th, 2003, aged 89. Cause of death, heart failure, signed by her granddaughter, Perlane Scarlet. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. Enoch's. This is my grandfather. I think... Yeah, this is my grandfather, not my great... No. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Edwardian is my grandmother. Enoch is my great-great-grand... Enoch is Edwardian's dad. Okay, that's how I'm gonna say that. Born September 9th, 1887, died August 20th, 1957, age 69. Cause of death, fall from the cliff? This one has a coroner's report attached. Organs sustained impact injuries. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report? Looks ancient. Oh my god. Cause of death, sleep apnea. Discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet? No autopsy performed. Chrysanthemum. What is chrysanthemum? Why do I know that word? A flower. Why is her middle name? Yeah, he was pushed. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Why is her middle name like the biological name of a flower? Yeah, Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum. Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna make fun of her for that lady later. Let's save again because I feel like if we continue reading all of these, she's gonna come back while we're still reading. You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, born May 24th, 1890, died 1918, aged 28, cause of death, crushed in mine collapse, body not recover, side by his brother, Enoch Scarlet. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 7th, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6th, 1944. So it's like all around, this is like 30 years. That's like 20 years. 24 years. So like they're all dying young. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. These must have been Edwardian's brothers. Certificate of fetal death, infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet. Charles Scarlet. 1940. Mother, Edwardian Scarlet. Okay, so when we were looking at the last carving and we saw like the backstory on it, so Charles Shaw Jr. Hooked up with Edwardine, and she got pregnant, though he didn't know, and then she ended up killing him for some reason, and then her baby was a stillborn. Died a day after each other. For the last one, for the brothers. So yeah, that's weird. Stillbirth. And she killed, I wonder if she knew when she killed him, if it was if the fetus was already dead. Cause of death, complications during birth. So she died during the birth too. No doctor present, home burial. She tried to have it at the house? Alone? Popcorn break. Be right back. Okay. So that's weird. She didn't tell anyone she was pregnant, and then Charles found out. I'm guessing she killed him killed him because he found out. And then she died birthing the stillbirth baby. That's weird. A stillborn. And then alone, and didn't tell anyone, and just died in her house alone. That's weird. Alexandra Scarlet, born December 12th, 1947. Died August 20th, 1957, age 9. Missing, presumed dead. Signed by Mother Edwardine Scarlet. So, if Alexandra was still alive, I don't know what year it is in the game. Let's say it's 2023 in the game. They would be an older woman, like 60, 70. October 2020? It's 2022? Okay. Then it would be 75 right now, if they were still alive. Alexandra, the owner of the doll, so she went missing. The owner of the doll? What doll? Oh, the doll in my closet? Weird. I'm so confused. Also, that's weird. So I'm guessing Mary Bell Scarlet, born September 3rd, 1946, died October 30th, 1963, age 17. Cause of death, complications during childbirth, signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlet. So Edwardine had multiple children. Because the last one, I think, was also supposed to be her child. And now they either... I'm guessing the one that killed her was the first... the last baby she had. I wasn't keeping track of dates, but... Considering she signed for the other two, I'm feeling like the first one was the last one she signed. Well, didn't sign, but... was the last one she had. Or maybe they were all born at the same time. No, because they... No, she was having birth. Because this... It's 17? Oh my god. So, her daughter was having a child, and she died at 17. Wow, that's a lot of kids to outlive. Time to whip out the old string and corkboard, read your family's medical records. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and a second later, you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening, and you're pushed back and out of the view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be here. We gotta hide. He hurries to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Can we... You slip past him... Oh yeah, we got it. Together you listen as the doctor makes her way to some room deeper into the clinic. In the silence of the tiny closet, every breath seems too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. We'd better wait a second, just in case. Stop trying to make me flirt with Reese! Quietly wait for the danger to pass. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear your breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. The footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. We've probably only got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. Teenage mothers under 20 years old are more likely to die from childbirth because their bodies are underdeveloped. Yep, exactly. And that is why abortion should be a thing that should be available to everyone. Sorry. Anyway, if any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe, it's probably the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Okay. Keys. Here we go. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe. A splash of brown catches your eye. There's a small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries, with a wide 8-pronged leaf still attached at the base. The end of the sprig is leaking sap onto the countertop. It's fresh. Now we can... Reese stops mid-sentence as he notices you staring at the plant. He stoops to pick it up. Does she make her own medicine? He puts it down, but not for breaking off a berry and sliding it into his pocket. Does she make her own medicine? Or what if the medicine she's been giving him this whole time have just been placebos? Or like random berries and whatnot? Like, what if his sickness is coming from the house and she doesn't know how to fix it, so she pretends to, she knows it's not anything that is curable or, even treatable, but something is in the house is making him sick. And she knows it. And she's working with it. But while she's doing that, she's like, oh, here, take these. These are part of your treatment, you know. Blah, blah, blah. But it's all just fake shit. That's crazy. I don't think she's allowed to do that. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just for storing stuff she orders for patients from a pharmacist in Brevard. Why would she be making her own? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if, like... Oh my god, that's just made me think of, like, crazy more stuff now. Before you can answer, the two of you hear something in the distance and turn to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs, quick. You can hear her approaching now. Floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instruction, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all the industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Wall now, yes? Wall. Let's do this. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. Oh, it's time to see what's on the other side of the wall. May I make this the first blow? Let's do this. Have at it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There's some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what awaits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Oh no. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back here. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. Stella is there? Maybe. That's another thing. We came here and we're still not asking about Stella. I mean, there was an option to ask about Stella, but I didn't ask. And you climb into the hole. Oh, is this an old hospital? Connected to the clinic? Oh no. This is wild. I have no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind this flimsy drywall. Great! You know what's better than being on top of a morgue? You know? Being attached to a whole abandoned old-ass hospital where even more deaths could have happened. It's great. I'm probably going to pass out when we find this thing. Don't be too worried about me. I'll be fine. Why is this place hidden away? A lot of awful stuff happened at this hospital. Maybe people just felt the need to bury those memories. Or maybe a pipe burst or something, I don't know. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. What? Why? Why do they always leave the weapon? Why do they always leave the weapon? Insane asylum, that's what I'm thinking as well. Why do they always leave the weapon? The final wall concealing the carving is rotten. Water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The plank's nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, we got Poseidon. I saw Poseidon. Oh no, here we go. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. Okay. So Enoch, my grandfather or my great-grandfather, one of those. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. Teddy. Do I remember someone named Teddy? These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out. I promise. I went to talk to the witch. Oh no. Fuck. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Oh no. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was... You better not be throwing up on my pillows. I swear to God, Marmalade, that better been a sneeze, and that all better be. Yeah, you sneezing? Don't throw up on my bed. I will kill you. Murder. Oh, she's fighting for dominance with Mochi as Mochi relaxes on my bed. Of course you are, Marmalade, because you need all the attention in this space. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Whoever it was who claimed to be Theodore, it wasn't him. Wasn't even paralyzed, as it turns out. What? Is he saying this to take him away from the hospital? Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. Everything goes black. Oh god. Hey. What the fuck? That didn't give me a lot of information like the others did. I'm like... So... Was the person in the bed Theodore, or was it not Theodore? Or was he just saying that to get the person out of the hospital? But something... Apparently, they went to the witch, and the witch is gonna fix his legs or something? That was a weird one. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorientate yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. How did you get me down here? Reese, with how, sick you are, how did you carry me down here? Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving, and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Oh yeah, they keep talking about how, I have a seizure whenever I see these carvings for some reason. We were making a joke the first time I saw the carving because Stella was down there with me, and Stella's a YouTuber, and she hunts cryptids and mythical monsters and whatnot, and she took a picture of the carving before going to get help after I fell and had my seizure, and we made the joke that she just pulled out her camera and started filming a YouTube video and was like, hey guys, look at this carving I found with my friend here. Don't mind her on the floor convulsing and all that. She's fine, it's fine. Here, just look at the carving. And I thought that was the funniest shit. We're just literally seizing on the ground and she's just over our body taking pictures of the carving. Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. But you have a delicate constitution. Phew, that's great. Maybe these carvings aren't all that bad. Maybe there's something spooky going on right now and we haven't realized it yet. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. No problem. Just figured you'd rather wake up in a bed than that musty hallway. Or the morgue. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come too in the morgue. You didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing? I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. That picture he had on the wall. That picture of the long-necked lady, or not, it might not even be a lady, a long-necked, long-haired creature that I said made me think of my nightmare. I wonder, like my hands would look wrong, my neck would seem too long, and the room would feel smaller. At least one of those death records is murky. I don't think— oh! Theodore was one of the medical records. He didn't die in the mine collapse. That's a weird thing to cover up, but that's not too surprising. An old family like that usually has at least a few secrets, but hopefully that's all ancient history. I don't think it is, considering the history is happening right now. It's not like it's easy to cover up deaths these days, right? You didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing? Stella said you did something similar a couple days ago. I figured it might just be something that happens to you every now and then. I know I wouldn't want somebody calling an ambulance for me every time I had an episode. Going to the hospital sucks. I should probably get going with Stella's still missing and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refused to take my medicine and she's not happy about it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But after I looked this up, there was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years! She's been poisoning me for years! I've been thinking about what you said at dinner last night, and I don't see any other possibility. It's only been a day since I've stopped taking my pills, and I feel great. Ow! Ah, okay. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. I don't get why your mom would poison you, though. I don't know. To keep you here, maybe? Maybe she's so scared of letting him go out into the world, she poisons him to keep him there. But the internet says this is castor bean. It's used to make ricin, a super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. And death, usually. Jesus Christ. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly, or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I have ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Recent is really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's a low enough dose, or maybe I developed a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is enough proof that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. Or it was the carving. But I don't know. We needed to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know. Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. Yes. You want to stay with me if you want? We can figure it out together, one step at a time. You can stay with me if you want, at least until you get on your feet. It's just a rundown studio apartment, but there's a roof over your head and a warm place to sleep when the heat works. Oh, we're talking about our actual house. I thought we were talking about bringing him to Tabitha's. Nobody trying to poison me. Sounds like a pretty big upgrade. He smiles, his eyes distant as he imagines the possibility of such a life, undoubtedly for the first time. Thanks, Danny. You have no idea how much this offer means to me, but I guess we've still got to pass some time before we can get out of here. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. What if... Okay. Never mind. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. No, stop with the flirting! I believe you owe me a showing of Shi-no-Chi, Deathblood. What if your mom doesn't fall asleep? You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. That's another thing. This whole time, Reese has been calling her the doc, or doctor, and not even like, that's how you know that they're not like, it's not a good, you know, mother-son bond. Can't wait for her to be in the rearview mirror of the rest of my life. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. What if he's been keeping away this place being cursed? Because, like, we destroyed the carving, but nothing really happened like the other times. Like, the first time the mine collapsed. The second time, we were literally all possessed in the basement of the library. And then now the library is off limits because the ghost controls the whole library. But here, nothing really happened. Nothing crazy happened. Unless him being here keeps stuff from happening at the clinic for some reason. But we can try to break them anyway. I believe you owe me a showing of Shi-no-Chi, Deathblood. Believe I do. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. What? Oh, this is the movie. I'm like, what is that now? Also, what are these drawings? Did he draw them? I think he drew them. His whole room, like, this angle isn't good, but his whole room, the other sides, are like covered in his art. His art's really cool and creepy. Let me know if it gets too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room, or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning her son since his teens. Yeah. I've seen a couple of these directors' other films, and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. Maybe he's the one bad. His mom drugs are supposed to help him. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I believe Reese in this situation, or maybe he just doesn't know that he has something that is like controlling the clinic or like something like that. I don't know. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up trying to back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll be able to just do things from here on out. Oh my god. Is that a fang? Is he actually a vampire? I know they fucking putting vampire as a joke. His ears are also kind of pointy. Is he actually a vampire, guys? Is that why poisoning him is keeping him from becoming more of a vampire? Oh my god. Did we just fucking crack the code, bro? And he talks about how all of his art, like, every time he draws something, like, more of that energy gets put into his art or whatnot from him. Oh, God. Like, watch movies with another person. I think it's pronounced shy for she instead of she. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Shy. Is chi or is it chai? Like shy, I forget what the middle word was. Shy something chi. Or talk to people ever. Yeah, look at his fucking ears are super pointed. And the fucking fangs. He's a fucking vampire, isn't he? And him sleeping in the morgue, he says he feels more comfortable like that. It's literally a big fucking coffin. Oh my god. You can the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on long conversation. Even if he's a vampire, guys, we're still keeping him, okay? And I don't care what anyone says, okay? He's still our friend. I don't know how he's gonna live outside of this house, but you know, we'll get him an umbrella. Marceline style, cover him in like full-length black clothing, umbrella, he'll be fine. Oh my god, everything is starting to make sense. His mom knows and has been trying to revert the process. Whatever, I guess whatever those berries he has, or whatever they're called, I forget what they're called, but whatever that is, I guess it stops him from becoming a vampire. Something is changing inside of him. That's for you to find out. I think I've already found out, bro. Reese, you feel different. Like your whole personality is changing. Is everything okay? Everything is more than okay. I haven't felt this good and I don't think I've ever felt this good. A man in the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes. Little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible. Cosmic horror is the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. It's more than just something that's changing in Reese. It's everything. There's a knock on the window. Oh, Wayne! Danny, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. Oh no. I don't want to leave Reese, bro. I don't want him leaving. That voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shadow-proof window. That's weird because then he has to be physical. He was able to get through the possession hallucination thing at the library, and now he's able to break a window. I thought he was a ghost, but I think he's actually still alive. And I think he wears that mask thing because he's probably got fucking injured in the mind somehow. Or doing the ghost. I think he's been hunting the ghosts as well. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. You need to protect me. I think you might be overreacting. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to... He hasn't hurt anyone. What do you mean? Yes, he will. He's furious with me. Can't you hear it? But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Danny. Oh no. Oh no, the claws. Oh no. Are we losing Reese here, bro? I'm so sad. The window shatters. Oh. Tail! A tail? Oh no, they're all coming to life. And like his spine, like he's getting his scales here? What is he? Is he an actual demon? I was thinking vampire, but... As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases. His ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Oh, I don't want to make this choice. I don't want to leave Reese. I just wanted to help him. Oh, leave us alone. Oh, that's worse than a vampire. I don't even know what the fuck that is. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and weighing along with it. Am I dead here? Werewolf? I don't think it's just a werewolf. Maybe. Should we be kind? I feel like if we run from him, let's save again. Stay where you are. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here. I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the doc. Wait, deal with the doc? Deal with the doc in what way? Wait, Reese? Reese storms up the stair, leaving you with his smears? Oh my god, this is terrifying. Oh my god. Well, maybe he won't hurt me, you know? Right? Call Tabitha for help. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Best to follow Reese and see how things play out. Let's try. Oh my god. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster, preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp a handle and turn. Duck! Duck! She's got a gun, don't ask questions, you duck. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't being loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. I think it's a sleep dart. Yep. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you bit... Oh. No, how did you... There's Wayne again. As if he could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese's panic pulling in a mob of furious smears to hold his enemies in place. Oh my god, the artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run after Dr. Kelly. You run forward, braving the onslaught of the smears, dodging them as best as you can. You try to see where Dr. Kelly went. Hopefully there's garlic in that tranquilizer. It's dinner time with the mommy. He gonna eat you alive. No, I think what's in that tranquilizer is the thing that we found, that berry or whatever sap thing that he had. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey, Dr. Kelly's voice cracks out of some unseen speaker. You, Danny, I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived. What is going on? I think you could probably put that together. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Okay. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. Elephant tranquilizers? Holy shit. It's a bottle labeled, oh my god, carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't gonna cut it anymore. Bear tranquilizers she's been using? Oh, that's terrifying. He's like turning more and more into a fucking animal. His like arms are webbed. He's turning into like a bat, right? Cause like in the webbing, but like bats don't have, do they have tails? They don't have tails. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Danny, you don't have to do anything, she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else. Just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. Is she even his mother? Like, I feel bad for Reese, and I feel bad for Dr. Kelly at this point, because clearly, if this is Dr. Kelly's son and she found out what he is, she's been trying to keep it under control without even killing him. I mean, granted, it probably was gonna kill him eventually, but like, she wanted to try and prolong his life as much as she could. But then also, Reese didn't even get to have like a life, basically living here the whole time. But also, like, I don't know how we can keep him like this if he can't get it under control. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. Can the two of you just get along? Let's actually go from here. He has a point, Doc. You can't be serious. Look at him. He's dangerous. He's going to kill me. You're one to talk, Doc. How can we know there isn't anyone else whose treatment you've taken in your own hands? You've done it once. What's to stop you from lying to someone else? Stepping in to treat them as you see fit, regardless of what they want for themselves. I thought I was going to die every day. Do you have any idea what it's like to give in to your own mortality like that? Oh, Wayne's there. It was living, that's for sure. It wasn't even surviving. It was just enough. Oh no. What is on his hand? Reese cries out in pain. Something on his hand. Maybe she's experimenting on it and making him change into all this stuff? I don't think that. I think this is his original state. I think she's been like giving him low doses of the poison to whatever thing he is to keep it under control so he could have like a semi-normal life. But now he's off it, and now he's turned back into whatever this is. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? You see, for the briefest instant, something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow, then it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothes. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. You do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint, sealing it shut. Hurry! I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. Interesting. You think Reese isn't actually human? And this is his non-human form? I mean, clearly he's not human. Unless he's being possessed or something. And this is his non-human form. I definitely think so. Unless maybe he is half human, half... Yeah, like his true form. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is how he is. normally, and she's been quote unquote poisoning him to keep him into a human form, or like keep it at bay. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Let's talk, Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared he could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, and maybe a hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4 depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages, so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now, and there's only so much I can do to control him. What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf, but if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him, and you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him, or how his body does it. That's a little creepy. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. Why did you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. It was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I've been giving him increasingly high dosages of Klonopin, but his body kept adapting, and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it, and I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. What approached you, and what did they say? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. Woman? The witch? Is Sybil the witch? That's what I want to know. But screw it. I might die tonight. Sure, I'll tell you. And that's all I have to say about that. What? Did we just block out what she said? Oh, it's the witch. Whatever it is just kept us from hearing what happened. And we don't even question it. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. Oh, that's weird. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams. Almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Oh my god. The fucking carving. That's probably... Reese is this whole thing, like, in the clinic. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. Was she getting fucked by a demon in her dreams? That's what I want to know. Because that's what it sounds like. But then, all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. Audio? What about audio? What's going on with the audio? Never mind? Okay. Okay, you scared me for a second. If I found out I randomly got pregnant when I did not sleep with anyone, I would not conceive that baby. I would not have that baby. Like, what do you mean? That's weird. That's weird. I'd be terrified. I'd be like, no. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worst. Yeah, this is a big change. And the fact that you're not, I mean, I get that you've dealt with it for years, but the fact that you're not surprised, this is part of being a mom too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. How do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. That doesn't mean he's dangerous. I mean, you are the biggest threat to him. Don't preach to me. Sure, right now I'm the focus of his ire, but who's to say he's not just going to find a new target once I'm out of the picture? I know what he's capable of, so it's my job to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody. While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. What's the game plan, both short and long term? Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. So you're just gonna lock him away again? Yeah, it's either that or he dies. God knows I don't want to be that case. But you gotta work with what you've been given. And what I've been given is an ethical dilemma with no good outcomes. Just have to decide which is the lesser evil. What is this room? Old x-ray room? Lead walls? After I realized this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad I could finally come in handy. Sit in silence and wait for Reese. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Oh. Fuck. Oh. Oh god. He's gotten worse. Oh my god. He's like a horse thing. Oh, he is like... Oh, he said his dreams are like that his hands aren't his hands, his neck gets longer. He's bigger. He is like what he drew, though. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. I mean, I'm gonna give her the tranquilizers. You hand Dr. Kelly the tranquilizer darts. Dr. Kelly quickly loads them into her gun, leveling the barrel at her son. Okay, 1. Okay. It's got him under control, though. I thought we were in this together. Thank God. Listen, this is the only way we're keeping you alive, bro. You cannot, like... Dr. Kelly sighs heavily, staring down at the warped figure of her son. I can drag him into the safe room on my own. I'll meet you at the front when I'm done. You return to the entrance of the clinic. Everything is quiet now, only streaks of paint where Reese's minions had once roiled out of the cracks in the wood. Let me save. Let me save. And then I want to see what happens because I don't want to kill Dr. Kelly. Don't give her the tranquilizer darts. You take a cautious step back from the doorway. Damn. You've convinced yourself he's evil. You'll never give him a chance to just exist. Stop messing around and hand them over now. Reese pushes his now massive form into the safe room, staring down at his mother. Reese, I'm so sorry. Oh. He is some kind of horse monster because of his teeth. Oh my god. That's crazy shot right there. Keep watching. Oh god. Oh my god. Can I show this on Twitter? Oh no, he's going back. Sorry you had to see that. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club? Matricide, it's finally over? Welcome to the Dead Moms Club? Guess we all get there eventually, right? Glad it was sooner rather than later. No way I was getting out of here as long as she was around. I mean, look at this room. A prison cell, ready for its occupant. Good thing she never got the chance to use it. Alright, do you guys wanna go around? Do you guys wanna go to the route of Reese and Dr. Kelly being alive, but Reese is trapped in here? Or do we wanna go the route of Dr. Kelly dying and Reese being a monster that's on the loose? What do we do here? Or do we think that if we have him locked in here and we find out what's going on with Scarlet Hollow, do we think he'll go back to normal, like he'll become human? Or do you think he's gonna be this no matter what? Oh, that's crazy. Wait. What happened to Wayne? Wayne? Oh, I pushed him out a window. Be careful around him. Messed up my shoulder somehow. Still isn't working right. He's evil. Really evil. He hates me. I could feel it. It's almost like you recognized him. Maybe. There's something familiar about him. Like I've met him before. The way he talked. But I don't know for sure. Sorry, it's been a long day. How are you feeling? He sits staring blankly for a moment, viscera still dripping from his maw. Better? I'd better go. But know that you have someone looking out for you in this town. So, like, we have a monster on our side, but also Dr. Kelly is dead. Well, I didn't want to kill Dr. Kelly, but I also don't want him locked away forever. Personally, I didn't like what Dr. Kelly did to him, but also he's a monster, but also, like, he couldn't control that. I wish I knew if, like, we figured out, like, how to get all these curses off of Scarlet Town, or Scarlet Hollow. I wish I could find out if it would fix him. Because if it could fix him, we could go back, you know, have Dr. Kelly tranquilize him, keep him in the safe room, but only until we can figure out what's going on in the town, you know? And see if, like, if we fix everything in the town, he gets to live a normal life with his mom. Because in this moment, yeah, he's probably pissed at his mom, but he also doesn't realize the full situation of what's happening. Oh, I'm so conflicted. Why do these choices have to do me like this? So save this one here. Load this one. Okay. Save this at the very back here. Okay. But will I ever come back to even do it? Because what I was thinking about, like, if we get through the game and we get to the point of, like, we find out that once we get rid of all the stuff in Scarlet Hollow. Okay. That is a good point. I forgot about he might hurt himself. Or go crazy, honestly. Okay. Okay, so we'll go with letting him go free. And then at the end of the game, if whatever we do to try and, like, get rid of all this stuff happening in Scarlet Hollow, if that somehow fixes him or turns him, like, human, we'll go back to this save here, and I'll then try and see what it's like to keep him locked in here until we get to this end, and then see if he turns back to human, and then we can keep Dr. Kelly alive. But for this playthrough, I think I'm gonna stick with this decision of letting him go. So I hope that Wayne doesn't keep hunting him, though. Which he probably will be, but... Shell-shocked, you stumble out of the clinic and into the night air. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day, crickets singing quietly in the sleepy neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Wow. The fact we just casually go home after that. What about Stella? We still haven't found Stella. You don't get far before you're interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen! Gretchen appears at the edge of the road, running as fast as her geriatric pug legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed. She whines as she stares up at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and darting away when you try to lean down to her. She whines as she stares up at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and darting away when you try to lean down to her. What's that, girl? Still stuck in the well? Follow her. You follow Gretchen, and she nervously runs ahead of you the whole time, constantly looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. Oh, thank God! She's alive! Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a 2-lane road, lying on one side by sheer rock. You better be careful over there. And there, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. Gretchen runs up to her and sits in Stella's lap. Gretchen, you're back. Don't scare me like that again. You sit on the log beside her. That's a little error. Danny, how did you... Wait, did Gretchen come get you? Wow, she must think I'm dying or something. I can't believe even... No, let's not anger. This is not the time for anger. And don't be like... Don't make her worse feeling. She really is. Just please talk to me. Stella faces you for a moment, desperate eyes trying to force out words a part of her thought she would never have to say out loud. And then she turns back to the road. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bench in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. I knew something had happened with an accident for her to be so afraid of getting in a car. Oh, we actually get a cutscene. Oh shit! That's not just any fucking accident, bro. That's terrible. Oh my god. And she was laying down, so she didn't... Holy fuck. Please don't show the dead bodies. I just saw a woman get eaten in half. I think that's enough for one stream. No, we're not gonna be lucky. And their heads are gone. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to get in a car after that. That's crazy. That wasn't just any fucking wreck. At the edge of everything, found out what happened to Stella. I'm sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful, really messed up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before with anyone. You reach out to her, taking her hand. It's warm. Wow. Whoa. Sorry, I just got really choked up for a second. It's warm against the cold night air, and the skin of her knuckles is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours, but the hint of a smile creeps up the corners of her mouth, her dimples beginning to crease. Her hand shifts, her calloused palm fitting into yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. The two of you stare out at the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything. Sorry, give me 1 second. So I eventually gave up. Then last night happened, and I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Oh, so we actually proved ghosts were real last night, and she wanted to see. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead, I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. I don't know what, like, the best... Just because they weren't there, it doesn't mean they don't love you, wherever they are. It's a nice thought. I've thought a lot about what might come after, whether there's somewhere else or if they just stopped existing. I guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. I hope that means there's a good version too, where they're still on that long car ride. Listening to Dad's tapes with a place in the back seat for me when I eventually... Give me 1 second. I'm literally... This part is not doing good for me. Give me 1 second. Where I eventually catch up to them. And then it won't matter that I never got to say goodbye. You and Stella sit in thoughtful silence for a long moment, as if both of you still expect something to happen. You're right. There's a new conviction in her voice. What the hell am I doing? Sitting out here waiting to see some awful memory of them? They wouldn't want me to do that. I don't think I realized how much I let this weigh me down. They were excited to bring me someplace new, but I've spent the last however many years just standing in place like I was waiting for them to come back. They would be crushed if they knew that's how I was going to spend the rest of my life. So I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to full on start bawling. Don't do this to me, game. Stella nesses into you, her well-muscled shoulder relaxing against your body. You share each other's warmth as you both stare out at the quiet mountain road. Thank you, Danny. I feel lighter. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. I also got a lot to catch you up on. Oh, yeah. Wait, before we go, I should tell you what happened today. Oh? You relay the events of the evenings as best you can. Saying out loud somehow makes it feel less real, like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. Dr. Kelly? She's just gone? And he's out there somewhere being all monstery? This is a lot to take in. I've known that guy for pretty much my whole life, and I had no idea. To think he actually killed someone. Jesus. I don't think I can really pass judgment on you for helping him. I just hope he can find some peace out there. You know, I think processing just the one traumatic event is enough for today. This new one's gone right into the void. Right into the vault! Right into the vault! The Adventure Time reference. At least until then, until we get to the end of the week. Let's get out of here. I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me home. Should we do our first flirt with Stella? I'd love nothing more. You offer her your arm. She smiles, slipping hers in the crook of your elbow. She pulls you closer, till the skin of your forearm brushes against her side. And this is me. Do you want to come in? Okay, I do want to come in to sleep over, but please don't turn this into something else. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. I think that's fine. I've been trying to go after Stella the whole time. Well, not go after her, but like, I wanted to be her, like, friend, like, from the start. And then when you told me I could romance people, I knew. I was hoping you'd ask. I'd love to. Start Stella's romance. Start a romance. This is a dating sim, right? Is it bad that, like, I started a romance this late into the game? Stella ushers you inside. A barely contained grin threatening to split into an excited smile. Let me just go take a quick shower. I've been sitting outside for a day. I need some soap. It'll just take me a minute, then we can get cozy. Cozy in what way? Because, like, I don't know if I want to do all that. Or at least, not on stream. If I say this isn't gonna have us shower together, right? I'm just gonna... Stella laughs. Yeah, I'm sure you built up quite a lot of grime today. It's all yours when I'm done. Okay, good. Thank you. I was about to click so fast back to my last save. She hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Listen, I don't know how crazy this, like, the dating part of this can get. So, like, I was scared a little bit. Gretchen immediately curls up in her bed, clearly exhausted after a long day of worrying over Stella. Before she has a chance to fall asleep, a heavy knock startles you, and Gretchen growls. There's someone at the door. I feel like this is something important. Who is it? You know who it is. Open the door, please, Danny. I feel like Wayne is actually trying to help us, but also I don't want him to go after Stella. I saved, so let's just... You summon the bravery to cross the room and open the door. Okay, well, he's casual at least. Wayne cocks his head, a stained veil over his face fluttering in the slight breeze outside. The outside of his clothes are streaked with what you first think might be gore, but you quickly realize it's actually paint, and there are wide claw marks down his shirt. But he's still in one piece after his altercation with Reese. Dude, get out of here! I'm in the middle of something! Wayne, I was so worried about you. No need to worry. The boy managed to catch me off guard with those little constructs of his, but he wouldn't stand a chance against me without little tricks like that. I won't keep you long. I know you have a warm bed and a warm body to keep you occupied tonight, but I wanted to give you a suggestion for tomorrow. You should take advantage of Tabitha's absence at the estate. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around you to stop you. Do a little exploring. Okay. You might be surprised at what you can find. I'm definitely listening to Wayne. I don't think Wayne actually wants us to hurt us. I think he's trying to help us get through this. Because that's like 3 times since he's warned us and tried to keep us safe. At the mines, before we actually, like, when we were questioning the miners, he showed up and he was like, you need to get out of here, it's dangerous. Then the second one, he literally came through the hallucination to try and snap us out of it, and then Tabitha pulled me away. And then, now the third time, he literally tried to save me from Reese, even though Reese wasn't going to hurt me specifically, but... He slowly steps back, shining eyes fixed on you as he disappears in the dark night beyond Stella's door. Gretchen growls, escalates into barks. Calm down, Gretchen. Were you just talking to somebody, Danny? Let's be honest. Let's save, in case she gets mad about this. Wayne stopped by. He's still following you? Are you sure we're safe? I think he's on our side. You think so? I guess that's good. I still don't love the thought of him stopping by unannounced at odd hours of the night, though. But you'll let us know if he tries anything, right, Gretchen? Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric pug out there is. You know, the thought of your creepy stalker, whether he's on our side or not, makes me feel a lot better about having you around tonight. It'll be nice to have somebody next to me if I get scared in the middle of the night. Speaking of, I'm exhausted. Let's turn in. Alright, but you said you wanted to shower. Sorry, head's a little fuzzy from staying up for the past day. There's fresh towels in the bathroom, and I've got extra bathrobes. I can put your clothes to the wash so they'll be extra clean and fresh in the morning. Somehow it feels like the longest and shortest shower you've ever taken. Too tired to think. Too tired to process the flow of time. Stella sits outside the bathroom door and makes quiet and comfortable small talk with you, and then you're done. You dry off and step into one of her extra robes. So, are you coming in? We just started actually dating, I guess. I don't want to fuck. Please. Can it just be like, sleep? You walk by Stella and into her bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. Sorry, I didn't clean up beforehand. You can think of it as getting the authentic Stella experience. She slips past you and lies on the bed. Dressed in an oversized shirt, you're quick to follow. She's warm and still slightly damp from the shower. Her skin fresh and flowery. She turns to look at you, smiling, dimples creasing at the edge of her mouth. You could kiss me if you wanted to. Fuck! I can't do this. I mean, I can, but like also, awkward. It's awkward. Kiss her. You shift closer to her and close your eyes. A magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin. For a moment that seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. The forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it the slightest hint of a campfire. The comforting heat of soft but calloused hands against your cheek. The thunder of your hearts beating ever more quickly in unison. The tension rises and rises, a tone seemingly without peak. And then it breaks, and her lips touch yours. They're fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours, and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold onto the memory of tonight for a long, long time. And then she pulls you closer, tighter, and the two of you lose yourselves in each other. Eventually, the two of you break away and open your eyes, gazing at each other from opposite ends of the pillow. You drift off together, limbs intertwined, exhausted, and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. This is the end of episode 4! Follow us on social media to stay up to the date on the rest of the Scarlet Hollow's development. Congratulations for finishing all the episodes currently available in the game. You've unlocked Hardcore mode. Allows you to select 3 traits at character creation, but you'll no longer be able to use your traits to avoid the consequences of major decisions. This penalty only applies to hardcore runs. Have fun if you dare. Okay, let's save. Okay, I'm actually way more happier with that episode and the decisions we made. I was a little conflicted with the Dr. Kelly one, but I don't know. I couldn't let Reese just be stuck in there again. And I was kind of hoping there was going to be something that was going to snap Reese out of it and kind of ground him in the moment before killing Dr. Kelly, but I don't blame anyone else for Dr. Kelly's death but herself. It's all her fault for causing her own death based on her self-fulfilling prophecy, black and white thinking. Yeah, because she kept saying how, he is a danger, he could just get a bout of road rage and kill everyone, but then this whole rage was because he spent years and years of his life being stuck in there, being poisoned by you. And I don't think that's just a small incident that he's gonna lose control over. I think this has been built up in him for years and years. And coming into, finding out that your own mother was doing that to you all these years. It's definitely, a breaking point. But, yeah. So I'm actually happy with these decisions. But yeah. Do we know anything about the release date of episode 5 yet? Episode 5. Remember the paintings on the wall by the basement stairs? It's depicted a person with their hands covering their face with a hunchback, almost like they're going into downward spiral madness while a transformation. Good foreshadowing. Yeah, I was looking at that in this episode because I was like, man, that looks like... And then all his art is kind of like... It shows, like, being trapped or in some form, like, there was a painting of, I think it was a self-portrait of him, where his hands are, like, dragging down his face, like, he doesn't know who he truly is. And, like, and even when he said when he would paint his paintings, it's like he finally got to put himself into those paintings. They said it's sometime in 2025, but no real news on when it might be out. Oh wait, they said... I think they said... But we figured out how to make these improvements, and we think they'll dovetail nicely into episode 5. We can expect this update. They're talking about, I think, Slay the Princess. Oh, no, they're talking about... You can expect this update on the early end of 2025. They're talking about improvements of the game. In episode 5 later in the year. I think I saw something about maybe around June. This was on the 29th, too, of December. Oh, and they're going to be doing a whole UI change. Like, updating the UI. Fiscal 3, Fiscal 4, 2025, during any of those months. Between September to December. Okay. Alright. That's gonna be a while. I'm gonna be sad waiting. But... that's okay. Yeah. Well, we finished that up as till we can. I'm probably gonna have to wait till my next paycheck. No. I actually did buy Slay the Princess because when I went to go buy the full Scarlet Hollow, they had a bundle. So I did actually buy Slay the Princess. So we could play that while we wait. I mean, that's not gonna take all fucking year, but we'll play Slay the Princess and then we'll play other games, and then whenever this does come out, we can play that episode. But yeah, that's so far what we have of Scarlet Hollow. I think the next game, I want to say, Slay the Princess, but we'll see what we're feeling. I might also take a couple days off, maybe like 1 or 2 or something. Actually, what's my schedule like? See, I could stream the rest of the week as well. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might take a couple days off. Chapter 5 is going to be huge because of the branching narrative and big decisions we make. Oh my god. That's gonna be so hard for me. I mean, just making like big, decisions and all that. But yeah. I'm probably gonna take a couple days off. Maybe at least 1 day off just to kind of you know, not recover, but like streaming like 6 days, 7 days in a row. It's just been a lot, and like I just need a day maybe. So I think like tomorrow we're gonna take a day, and then I think Thursday we'll probably stream same time, 8 p.m. This probably won't be the time we stream all the time. I'm getting a new job, so my schedule's gonna change. It's gonna be more consistent, like it's gonna be the same for every day, but I won't be able to stream, like, I don't think at 8 p.m. every day. We might have to start earlier, like an hour or two earlier. But yeah, this was fun. I can't wait to start Slay of the Princess, or whatever game we do next. I'm thinking it's gonna be Slay of the Princess, but I might want to take a break from the talking games, because it gets me frustrated and my jaw really hurts by the end of it. I mean, not saying I don't love talking in choice-based games like visual novels and whatnot, but it is really taking its toll when you do it 7 days in a row. So I think we may maybe do like a short game before we go into Slay the Princess, but we will get to Slay the Princess, and it will be soon. It won't be like, you know, months and months down the line, but